Hello and welcome everybody. We have the Global Lab patch notes for December 5th, 2025. The last one before, no, second to last before Calcium Ball. We got a few more changes. We have in the PvP adjustments, they're changing the frequency of the pull push effect, but also increasing the movement distance of it. So we're going to be seeing a few changes concerning that. So we have Sorcerer Awakening, the Black Spirit Guardian of Karshan. The effect of pulling the opponent in when a hit is successful has been changed. So the occurrences has been reduced by 1/3. For that, the distance the target moves due to the effect has been doubled, and the target of the pull effect has been changed to have all speeds reduced by 50% for 1 second. Thankfully, 1 second is not that long. I was a bit worried about that, but overall it looks good. Moving on to Valkyrie, we have a few extra changes. So the main weapon inheritance, so succession, we have the Sword of Condemnation. A super armor effect has been added during the third hit, and a bound effect has been changed to only apply to monsters. And the Shield of Purification, the health recovery effect when hitting yourself and your allies, has been changed from plus 600 to plus 850. In the case of the Awakening, the Waves of Light, the effect has been changed for the pull as well. So we have the amount of occurrences being reduced by 1/3 again, the distance being doubled, and again the 50% speed reduction for 1 second as well when you get hit. Then we have Witch Awakening. So it's been changed to inflict higher damage than before. So overall we have Current Wave. The 50% critical hit chance effect has been changed to apply to adventurers as well. Torrential Downpour as well. The 30% critical hit chance effect of the burst skill has been changed to apply to adventurers. And then finally we have some PvP damage modifications. Balance Collapse is going up to 28.6%. Wave of Cracks is going up to 51.8%. Baptism of Light going up to 36.1%. Lightning Bolt to 27.4, almost 5. And then Thorns of Rejection going up to 41.4. Striker Awakening, small change on the Rite of Conversion and the Black Spirit Rite of Conversion. The effect of pushing back the opponent when attacking some of the clones that appear while using a skill has been removed. So the pushing effect is gone. On Mystic, the effect of pushing the opponent back has also been removed from the push skill. The Eye of the Dragon, the pull effect, has also been changed as the others to be 1/3 of the amount of pulls, but the distance has been doubled, with the 50% speed reduction for 1 second being also added. Then we have Corsair, the Maraka, A Feast of Dreams. Again, the effect of pulling the opponents has been changed just like the others. The amount of pull effects by 1/3, distance doubled again, and 50% for 1 second. The same thing happens for the Awakening version, the Temptation of the Sea, and the Black Spirit one. On the Black Spirit Temptation of the Sea, there is the extra, the hit damage of the Water Fog effect has been changed from 5 hits to 1, and the effect of the reducing attack and casting speed for 15 has also been removed in this case. Accordingly, the damage of the skill has also been adjusted, so from 5,000 to 8,300%, and the Water Fog effect has remained unchanged, just less hits. So overall, your damage is more on the main skill and not on the Water Fog effect. Then on Nova, we have the Royal Swordsmanship Weep skill, the Comet Royal Swordsmanship, the added Orbital Deviation Acceleration, resets the cooldown of the Orbital Deviation skill when the wet skill hits. Okay, effectively the reset works. Then on the Ring of Stars, again, we have a change on the pulls. In this case, the number of pull effects has been reduced by 1/4 instead of 1/3. The distance has been doubled. The attack range has been unified to the largest range, and it's been changed so that the effect is not reduced for adventurers, and the target of the pull effect has been changed to have all speeds again by 50, reduced by 50 for 1 second. In the case of Star Ring Acceleration, they added a forward guard effect while using the Star Ring skill as well. Sage, the Virtual Compression, again, we have the same effect of 1/3 reduction of the amount of pulls, with the distance being doubled and 50% for 1 second. General class changes. Kunoichi, they fixed an issue where some hits would have the effect of pulling the opponent in when hit by a projectile from the bullet shot technique. And in the case of Guardian, they fixed an issue where character movements would be abnormal when attempting to activate the skill Echo 1 after Inheritance, Advance, while the Echo skill was on cooldown. Then the bigger thing for the bit of PvPers out there, the new Guild League season is upon us. So it will run from December 10th to February 4th. So one entire month, almost 2 entire months of Guild League. Effectively, the rules remain as before. You have the guild information window with the apply button. Matching can only be applied for adventurers with the apply for Guild League permission. The groups will be matched in groups. We have the Guild Guardian available when you're 7 or more guild members. The first Guardian is 14 or more and up to 21. So if you have multiple teams, you can still send in multiple teams. The application time is 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. The matchmaking is completed every hour and every 30 minutes. If you applied at 2:15, matching will begin at 2:30 again, so the half-hour mark is still in there. You will be granted the right to be matched faster depending on the order in which you're applied for the matching. And it is not possible during the base battles or occupation battles or blue battlefields. So overall, it's the same time windows as before. Then we also have the numbers of participants remaining at the minimum of 7 with a maximum of 10. The match duration is remaining at 20 minutes as well. After the match is complete, there's a 2-minute waiting period when entering the Guild League, and guild members can enter during the waiting period. There's a 1-minute period after the match ends, and once the waiting period ends, you will automatically be removed. And then finally, you can freely enter and exit after the match starts. Victory conditions also remain the same with 1,000 points, with the first kill earning 50 points still, and otherwise 10 points per kill. No changes there. Resurrection, also no real changes. You each have 1 resurrection point. There is no limit to the amount of resurrections. That is all remaining the same. The penalties are also still remaining. If penalties accumulated are accumulated 3 or more times, the gap matching will be unavailable for 1 entire week. If the matching is complete and less than 7 guild members enter during the waiting time, it will be considered a loss, and the game will automatically end, and a penalty will be given once. If the number of participating members of a guild falls below 4 during the Guild League, it will be considered a defeat as well. So none of this has changed. And other things, even if you leave during the Guild League, any guild member can re-enter. However, when you exit, any damage and stats will be recorded, will be reset. Guild members who join after matching will not be able to enter the ongoing match. When killing enemies consecutively, the notification duration is 15 seconds. Equipment durability does not decrease, and when you enter a game, you're automatically assigned to a platoon, and when you leave, you're automatically removed from it. If you're already in a party or platoon, you can enter after leaving it. For adventurers who join a Guild League as a hero of the battlefield, or, well, merc, the Guild League menu will not be displayed, and they will not be able to participate. And then finally, the escape function cannot be used during the battle. Consumable items can be used without restrictions, but emergency treatment kits cannot be used, so emergency revives. And installed items such as stun traps, cannons, and disguise items can also not be used. Otherwise, we have 2 new battlefields. We have the Kelmorn Wilderness and Flemme Hill. The battlefields that remain are the Field of Honor, Taftar Plain, and the Gunjung Hall. Then we also have battlefields that are being deleted is the Heidel Northern Guard Camp and the Navarn Grasslands. So here we see the Kelmorn Wilderness. It's effectively the Tungrat rotation. Flemme Hill being the big hill southwest of Velia. The Field of Honor remains. The Taftar Plain, which is near Baja. And not Baja. Kaposha? Yeah, Kaposha Valley. Then the Hall remains. Overall, the Guild League victory and participation rewards have been increased as well. So on victory, you get 600 mil plus 5 courages and deep seas, 10 excellent whale tendon. Well, you get 10 whale tendons, 3 potions, potions, 3 footsteps, 3 forest threads, and 1 essence of courage. And then you have some participation rewards also being incurred, which is 250 mil, I believe this would be in gold bars, with just 4 perfumes in total, 5 tendons, 1 potion, and 1 thread, and then 1 essence of courage. Otherwise, they fixed an issue where workers would continue working at the Royal Workshop processing base even if the selected items changed. Then we have a small change on the vehicles or mounts. The amount of time you remain on the ground without boarding the Griffin after it has been summoned has been increased from 90 to 180 seconds. Very few people are affected by this, but hey. Then we have Blue Battlefield being adjusted a little bit more. So the damage inflicted by galleys and improved galleys on opposing galleys and improved galleys has been increased by 4 times. So overall, galleys will be able to do a lot more damage to each other. When the ships below attack the improved galley, the damage dealt has also been increased by approximately 9.6%. This is pretty much the Carax, Panoxion, and the Galleon. The movement speed of the galleys and improved galleys has been increased as well by 10%. So the improved galleys should be a little bit faster now again, but at the same time, they will be taking a lot more damage. Small UI improvement in the Night Vendor's Secret Shop UI. It will no longer close after purchasing, which does make it a little bit easier to spam through your energy. Then we have some fixes and changes. We have some fixes in typos in Justin Bartali's lines. We have some fixes on a quest on the Aturi battle where you were not moved. Some horse carriage fixes with the 4 horse from Kirakoop, Stablekeeper, and Olvia. So a few things where Olvia that have broken in Olvia are being fixed. There was also an issue where worker status was displayed as 0-1 even in villages where workers could not be hired. Then there was some issues with the reinforcement success message not being displayed, and the failure message remained when success was achieved after consecutive attempts. Otherwise, nothing too crazy. Some extra phrase fixes and truncations, and an issue where contents of a letter would not be visible when clicking or scrolling with the wheel in the area when the remaining period was displayed has been fixed. Awkward boxes and wooden sticks in Velia Village. They fixed an issue where buildings would not appear on the minimap when setting the 3D minimap around Olvia Academy. And then finally, a big pad mode fixed of the scroll function. Some long adventure journals did not work. One tiny thing also for ships that were getting stuck at Olvia's Sea Guild Wharf has also been fixed. With that, we're already going into the TLDR. Overall, small fixes, nothing too crazy. I mean, we're coming up on Calphion Bowl. Night Vendor change, definitely pretty nice. Quality of life, I did hate how it just kept closing. Guild Galleys, still remaining strong, but getting a lot more damage. I think it will take a good investment to really invest in the Guild Galley and also keep it moving a little bit more. Definitely going to be a little bit more interesting with this damage increase, especially the fact that galleys do more damage to galleys now. It might make it worthwhile to really shoot at the other galleys. Guild League coming around, the slight increase on the victory rewards, definitely nice. The XP of Guild League was also pretty good, so definitely a nice content to participate. The fact that they're bringing the Tungrad map, not a big fan of that one, considering the annoying valley and the rocks here. A lot of people don't like this map in AOS. I'm surprised they're moving it to Guild League. But hey, at least it's something fresh. Otherwise, Guild League remains unchanged. It does feel pretty long with all the way till February 4th, so almost 2 entire months of Guild League. A bit of a surprise there, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. Otherwise, the fact that the pull effects are being changed, we're going to have to see how that really affects the pulls, considering that they're pulling less, but then further, and they do give you that 50% reduction. To be honest, the pulls are just so annoying and desyncy. I'm surprised they're even changing it. Maybe this will also fix the desyncs a little bit. That could be, but we're going to have to see how that affects it. The fact that the pushing is gone is definitely a little bit nicer, even though I've barely noticed pushes. PvP damage, I don't think Witch really needed it, but hey, I'm not a Witch player. I haven't spoken to many Awakening Witch PvPers. It could be that it was definitely necessary. Otherwise, Valkyrie getting a little bit more love on the succession for her heals. That is pretty sweet. Overall, we're going to have to look. This is probably the last one. No, they just mentioned that they'll continue to monitor and class balance. So overall, I think this might be the end for the PvP adjustments in general. Bit sad, there was definitely more classes I do feel could have used a bit of work on, but hey, we're gonna have to see and just always go to the forums, make a constructive post, and give them proper feedback, and then hope. With that, I wish you the absolute best of luck in whatever you do in BDO, and I will see you around.